and led this team to its highest offensive yardage output in its last game. It's Taysom Hill in the backfield. Rolling is Shuck, and pointing is Tyler Shuck, and completing. Ball comes out, and the Falcons have it. It was a catch fumble. Xavier Watts, the rookie, does everything.
By the staff, and this is a great throw on the run. Juwan Johnson, perfect, 3 steps, no question it's a catch before it gets poked out of there, but that's Terrell that pokes it out, and Johnny on the spots. Watts, who had 2 interceptions last week, scoops up that fumble, and Atlanta.
Cousins to throw from the pocket, getting harassed, and he's going to be sacked again. Cam Jordan, now 10.5 sacks this season. Plays 53% of the time, usually on just a third down. On first down, he comes up big with a sack as Robinson is looking for room, and a good tackle around the waist. Alontae Taylor from his defensive back position. 3rd and 15. Cousins will dump it off to Bijan Robinson. Nice move. And he's down to the 35, and they'll spot him around the 33. Unless they're just trying to draw him off. Nope, they're going. Cousins, nice catch for a first down. Kyle Pitts across the middle. Cousins with a quick toss, wide open. Inside the 15, Darnell Mooney.
What, he has been so good at adapting to that.
Cousins. And the ball is out, and the Saints have it.
All right, so Bijan Robinson, they're going to run a little fake screen to him. This is Pitts over here, and you're going to see Granderson retrace his steps when he feels the screen. He feels it right about here, and he says, I smell something ratty. He gets out, gets underneath that throw on the screen. Beautiful job by Granderson. You want to talk about just having a feel. Jesse Bates is all over. He orchestrates this defense.
Short of the first down. It'll be a 4th down coming up as Ronnie Bell, one of those reserve receivers. Need 5. Cousins with a quick toss. Incomplete. Trying to get it to London.
Make them put their heads on swivels. That's how it starts.
And Shuck will throw and knocked away at the 25. Trying for Kevin Austin, and C.J. Henderson, the corner opposite Terrell, will change things at the top of the South Division in the AFC. And it's deflected here. Drops inside the 10. And the Falcons are on it. It'll be 1st and goal for Atlanta.
Just lined up inside right in this mess here. And watch him work his way through here past the personal protector. They run a little game. Great job attacking the ball off the foot of the punter. Don't go through the punter. Go to the ball where his foot's going to end up. Great execution. And the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Cartwheel then. Little backflip.
David Sills is the sure-handed receiver. At least him and Cousins have hooked up. He's at the bottom of your screen as Cousins has a lot of time and throws for the end zone. That's a touchdown, Falcons. Drake London all alone sitting back there.
Somebody's going to come open. Miscommunication in the back end of this defense, because I guarantee you one thing everybody was talking about is we got to stop number 5, because Drake London is that big time a player. They drop him in coverage. He just works himself across. You see Taylor jumping Mooney, and nobody picks up. Yeah, I could vote for like Gray Zabel's been great in Seattle. You watch that game last night?
Well, Seattle's defense was outstanding as Estime gets near a first down. After 1 yard loss, the blitz. Shuck. And looked like he faked it and was sacked right at the 47 by Katavius Street. Shuck needs something. Goes underneath. That's Taysom Hill. Gets inside the 40. Charlie Smith will sail this one off the mark. 8 offensive drives and only 7 points so far. And falling down is Cousins as Bijan Robinson hangs on to the football, and Granderson, who's having a heck of a first half. He picked up 8 on 3rd and 5. Cousins delivers. That's who he was pointing to in London with the first down catch. Work so well together as teammates in the backfield together. It's Bijan Robinson and gliding his way for a first down and a strong pickup to the 25. 3rd and 7. Cousins. Ball's out. His hand was going forward. Not ruled. It is not ruled an incompletion. That's a fumble at the moment. Cracks a little bit from looking at the replay. Meanwhile, the field goal is up and good by Zane Gonzalez from 40 yards away. Started throwing to this week.
That's right. This is like a Nerf football game when you were a kid and you're like, hey man, anybody want to come out and play with us? Anyone?
On 3rd and 6. Oh, somehow he got wide open. Estime, the running back, gets a first down. 3 straight years for him, over 100 tackles. On a 2nd and 10, that's Pettis trying to get a block and gets one and then works his way down the sideline. Did he stay in down at the 20? Didn't see them calling him out of bounds. Shuck capable of running, but he can't get away. Brought down at the 15-yard line. And D. Alford coming in from that secondary along with London. Now 3rd and 16. Just hoping to stay in field goal range. Lopped it for Pettis, and there's a flag down. Inside the 5.
Pass interference. Defense, number 24. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Taysom Hill is back there. Shuck fakes to him. Shuck is going to try and race to the corner. Chased, but he gets in for the touchdown. Jalen Walker was closing in on him, but Shuck has shown that ability.
Give them every look. Gonna run. Great fake right there by Shuck, and that's what saved him on the edge.
Drake London in motion, bottom of your screen. Fake. Cousins is looking for London, and he's got it. Reached over the defensive back to haul it in, and Quincy Riley has done an amazing job, and they've gotten better and better. Cousins here floating for the sideline and overthrows. Gonzalez up and got it. He's been money. There's a flag down. Hadn't been able to light it up here. That pass is caught across the middle. Kevin Austin crosses midfield for a Saints first down. Shuck. Can he run for it? He's going to have to throw it. Open at the sideline. He's got it. Catch made. Jawan Johnson. Shuck. Open. First down. Taysom Hill inside the 10. It'll be a first and goal for the Saints. Shuck has it. Pressure's coming. And Shuck is going to throw for the end zone. Touchdown Saints! Kevin Austin. There is a flag in the end zone.
Pass interference. Offense number 11. 10-yard penalty. Repeat fourth down.
And wow, just barely got that through. After this year. Pressure coming, and boy, he got rid of it just in time to London inside the 40. And Cam Jordan was closing fast. The only team I hate is Atlanta. he wouldn't stop about the rivalry. Algier is trying to get away from Granderson, who eventually brought him down.
Can't take a negative play here to keep yourself in field goal range, Chris.
And that's big after Saints just picked up 3. Open. Let's see where the feed in. Cousins with a quick toss, and they backed off, and Kyle Pitts was able to make the catch. Cousins trying to get rid of it quick, and they got him. He falls inside the 20. That's Carl Granderson. Remember, he had a sack in 3 of the first 4 games of the year, but not a lot since. From 38. And an important kick that works its way through.
And letting Shuck call the plays that he likes from the line of scrimmage.
Looks one way, fires short, and Austin couldn't hang on. It might have. Cousins. Pitts slips a tackle. Kyle Pitts across the 40 and a first down at the 41 of Atlanta. And you saw the record-setting performance of Pitts, both tight ends having great seasons. As the sack, a big defensive play, just as you mentioned it, as Chase Young comes in for another sack. I'm thinking plays, you're thinking dollar signs. That's how it goes. But boy, his career has been revived as it was a dump-off intended for Tyler and the Falcons, even though they have set a franchise sack record today on the other side. Pressure coming. He can do that, and Shuck will take off and run. Tyler Shuck, he slides inside the 25 of Atlanta. The Panthers win the NFC South and get the 4 seed. Tyler Shuck, and it's intercepted. The Falcon takeaway, D. Alford on his way. Eventually slowed down by Austin Estime.
Jumps the outside. Watch, double slants. He reads it, he sets, and then he just takes off on the outside slant. Watch it. Bam, put your foot in the ground, go eat that thing up and take it off down the sideline. That is one smart play. But really, you look at the New Orleans Saints, they've run that so many times that you know it's coming, you sit on it, and you go get it.
Well, what was unfortunate is the Saints. And if you're Atlanta, even a field goal makes it a 2-possession game, as Algier will not get the first down, and the clock runs. Remember, the Falcons have had 3 blocked field goals this year, but they had various kickers throughout the year. No problem here. A 19-10 advantage. 3rd down 6. Pressure coming. Pass complete, but is he going to get the first down? No. Audric Estime knocked down by D. Alford is everywhere. Call on that last run that the play had been stopped. And of course, that's not reviewable, so good enough for the first down with Tyler Shuck having to throw.
Oh, my goodness.
The connection made. Dante Pettis inside the 30. Shuck for the end zone. In the corner. One-handed. That's a touchdown, Ronnie Bell. Wow. Amazing catch.
Amazing throw. Well, they had 2 close incompletions to Bell. Just time on task, but this time these 2 are connected. He just kind of slow plays it off and then explodes when he stacks the DB, Henderson, and that is a beautifully thrown ball.
Smith, who joined this team during the season, how creative can he be? It's got to go 10 unless touched by Atlanta, and it was out of bounds. That's Pitts all over it.
I got to tip my hat to both these teams, because both these teams showed up and played exceptionally hard today.
Yeah, there was no rest, no load management. It was about game management and finishing the season strong, and the Falcons have done that.